It has been exactly a year since Oakland leaders announced a $2.5 million investment to save its failing 911 emergency call center.
So how are they spending that money, and are things getting better? When it comes to 911, lives are often on the line. Let's bring in investigative reporter Candice Nguyen.
We have been on Oakland's case for more than a year. City leaders have touted a slight improvement, but Oakland PD's 911 response times remain the worst in California by a large margin. 911 callers are still hanging on the line, and police say things won't dramatically improve until next year. Surveillance video from July shows a man breaking into Jennifer Palka's Oakland house. She was in her home office as he rummaged through her bedroom, her kitchen, and stole her house and car keys, she says.
When I was finished with that call, I went into my bedroom and found a man standing there going through my things. And I ran out of my house and ran to my neighbor's house, and I dialed 911 that time. But I was on hold and then I wasn't. So I called again, and I think the third time I called, they did eventually pick up.
After she finally got through, she says it still took police 2 days to show up. They only responded when neighbors called, saying the intruder came back and strangely returned Palka's car keys. Court documents show he's been charged with first-degree burglary.
It was super unsettling.
Palka now believes the man was mentally unwell and didn't mean to harm her. But in the moment, there was no way of knowing.
I think I just really needed to connect with someone. I felt very alone.
In a tweet, Palka shared her experience. Her post viewed more than 2 million times, striking a chord in Oakland, where state data shows with an average answer time of 50 seconds, Oakland PD still has by far the worst 911 answering time out of any 911 center in California. It's more than triple the state standard of 15 seconds. But Oakland points out that's progress. Last summer, it was answering 36% of its 911 calls within the 15-second requirement. This month, that increased to 51%. Oakland needs to be at 90%, according to the state.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here.
1 year ago, after 2 civil grand jury reports, 911 funding, several reports by NBC Bay Area, and the state putting Oakland on notice, saying it could lose state funding. An announcement by Mayor Sheng Tao.
Thanks to additional revenues collected this year, we are able to direct an additional $2.5 million over the next 2 years to strengthen our 911 response.
So where is that money supposed to go? Here's Oakland's spending plan. $1.3 million on personnel, which includes everything from more dispatchers to therapists. $650,000 to OPD and fire to update their 911 dispatch technology. $200,000 to remove non-emergency calls from 911 by hiring other people to take them. And another $300,000 on various things like a 911 consultant and job fairs. Why is it still taking so long for 911 response times to improve? At a recent press conference, Mayor Tao said it takes months to train new recruits.
10 months to 12 months for a trainee to go through the program.
What changes have been put in place so delays like this don't happen again?
We're doing ongoing hiring and ongoing testing. That was not happening previously. We are providing more mental health support for our dispatchers. That wasn't happening previously.
Does it really need to take 10 months to train a 911 responder?
Palka, who served as U.S. Deputy Chief Technology Officer for the Obama administration, says there are a lot of things about Oakland's 911 failure that are outrageous. But she's done with outrage.
If our only response is outrage and not a kind of deeper inquiry that we've been able to engage in the past, we're not moving forward. The lack of willingness to get into the weeds of how our government operates is part of that holding us back. And I think that really isn't just on our elected leaders, it's on all of us.
The state has increased monitoring of Oakland's 911 center. They now have monthly meetings. Oakland's Deputy Director of Services tells us 911 answer times should be in compliance with the state by the end of next year. With the investigative unit, I'm Candice Nguyen, NBC Bay Area News.